Howdy folks, today we're playing Golgari Fight Rigging in Phyrexia. All will be one standard with new cards, Archfiend of the Dross, which is a 6/6, which is really good pairing with Fight Rigging, and also Nitsa, Ascended Animist, which is really good to hit off of the Fight Rigging. We have a couple other support cards from Phyrexia, all will be one, but those are the main inclusions, so let's see how those inclusions help improve this deck on the ladder. Alright, we're going first here, and not a great hand, but I don't think it's one we can mulligan probably, so we'll keep it, hope to draw some lands. Or a Scrap Gorger. Might die to a cut down. It didn't, thankfully. Now we have mana to go with this Gwena. And they are going to kill it. Okay, well, hopefully we draw a land here so we can play Gwena. Asking you to receive. Alright, Gwena time. It's a 3-mana 2/3 from the Brothers War. Legendary creature, 2 tap, add 2 mana in any combination of colors. Spend this mana only to artifacts or creatures. So yeah, going with Gwena again. They had a cut down. They could have cut down literally all the creatures we played so far, but they don't. Hero's Downfall. Opponent is on the removal plan. All right, well, I think we're playing the Archfiend. We do have a go for it in case this gets all the way down on counters, but kind of feel like opponent's going to keep killing stuff of ours. If our opponent has something to make us remove counters, we'd be dead. Doesn't look like that's the case. Get in for 6. Pass in the turn with this go for the throat. They have a Shelly. They're getting in first, okay. What do they have? Shelly? It's gotta be Shelly time. It could be Obliterator time. That's definitely something they could be doing. Obliterator time, yep. We're gonna kill that. Opponent loses 2 more life. That means this is on a 2-turn clock now. Attack in here. And yeah. We're just gonna pay the life. And we're gonna plus, make a 4/4 token. Now they have to kill our Archfiend. It can't be with an Invoke Despair, if that was their plan. Edict, okay. Well, we're turning out big creatures. They're gonna block. Looks like it. Well, problem is, this is kind of our plan here. We're just turning out beefy boys. This is pretty good in that regard. What do they have here? An Invoke Despair gets them killed still. An Obliterator is pretty good if they have it. Oh, actually they're not dead. They're going to live by 1. Okay. That was a solid draw though. Attack our opponent. Play this Tovolar's Huntmaster. Get some 2/2 green wolves. Opponent needs a Wrath if it's in their deck. Otherwise, they don't have enough swamps to kill me with the Corrupted Swamp card. I don't know what it, the one that deals damage to your equal number of swamps. Which I think you would play in this deck, since you have the Obliterator and everything going on. Another Invoke Despair, sure. Get me down to 6, but that's not lethal. Yeah, opponent just playing out their hand. They wanted to let us know what they had. And what they had wasn't good enough, so GG's. All right, we're going first, and this hand's a little slow, and our opponent's name is actually Burn. I don't know how you got this username, but well played to you. Man, they're gonna bait me into mulliganing because this hand's pretty expensive, so we're actually gonna do it. And we'll keep this, and I think we'll put down this Huntmaster. Opponent is not even playing Burn, man. That's, come on. Boo. L for not playing Burn in your Burn name. Attack. Are they playing it Selesnya enchantments? That's the real question. No, they're playing Toxic. I think we're just gonna kill this now. They could have protection spells and stuff if they untap. Next turn, we can get a Gwena down. Rot Priest, okay. And a Hive, okay. I kind of feel like we gotta get this Gwenna down. Okay, so they probably have some spells that target the rock. But he's playing green-white toxic. This is the first deck we played because we thought it was gonna be pretty good. They're playing Brutal Cathar in this deck. Okay. Yeah, they're just getting us right now. The Brutal Cathar and everything going on. Yeah, I think we're just gonna double amalgam here. Make a couple 2/3s. Wait, if they have one more Brutal Cathar, it doesn't destroy us. We can still block most things here. They're just gonna pass and flip Moonrage Brood. They need to cast 2 spells to flip it again. Which is honestly probably pretty possible for them. We're not gonna attack. I'm gonna hope they don't have 2 spells. Imagine they do, though. Charge of the Mites. They had 1 spell, but they just made a bunch more toxic creatures. What do they have? Another Brutal Cathar is not going to end us on Sun's backside. It's going to destroy an enchantment or proliferate. Okay, it's not bad. Oh, it can also destroy an artifact. Yikes, okay. How are they attacking? Definitely Moonrage Brood is free. Block the Rot Priest all day. Take 1 and infect here. 2 infect here, I mean. Fight Rigging. Yeah, I think we're gonna cast the Fight Rigging and put the +1/+1 counter on our boy here. The Scrap Gorger. I think we want the Nissa. Go to combat. On the Scrap Gorger. And we'll go ahead and pass. Well, it's creating a lot of 1/1 tokens. Oof. Okay. It's pretty good here. Crawling Course, yep. Opponent's gonna get in with a bunch. And again, we're just blocking and killing one of them. So it's getting kind of ugly here. I'm gonna get rid of this Singer in their graveyard. Taking 2 toxic down to 5 poison. Oh, they get to flip that because it casts 2 spells. Yikes. Alright, we need a removal spell here. Didn't draw it. Yeah, I think we're just dead. That caused us to tap. So yeah, we're dead. GG's. Okay, we're back with the deck tech here. And I do want to make some changes to this deck. I think the first change I want to make is we want to get Shakedown Heavy in this deck. I mean, it's just classically really good in Fight Rigging decks. I mean, it's like the main card. Obviously, Archfiend is really good in that slot too, but now you have 2 things that are really good with Fight Rigging, which I think is the main point of the deck here. Okay. Yes, we have the Spike, Shakedown Heavy in here. So I think we're going to take out the Gwen after that. And I kind of want to also get rid of this Rootwire Amalgam. I know we just played the Oil deck, but I kind of like the Spinoderm here. S-P-I-N-O, okay. Apparently I can't spell. And we're having a lot of this proliferating going on. I kind of feel like I'd rather have some Vraska over these Tovolar's Huntmasters. And kind of do something like this, potentially. I think I'm going to try something more on this vein. The other deck certainly wasn't bad. I think there was very reasonable cases for having all the cards in that deck you had. But I think I'm going to lean a little bit less into the Gwenna Rootwire Amalgam plan and more into the raw power of your cards plan to see if it works. I mean, that's kind of the fun of trying it like this. So we're going to see if this works, and let's see if we can win more games than the latter. Okay, we're going first, and we got the Scrap Gorger into Fight Rigging, into Archfiend, hopefully. So we'll see how this goes. Did you hear that sound? It kind of sounded like a bell you would hear in like a bell you would hear in like a boxing ring. They know we're bringing the Fight Rigging. Less Vila here. Okay, they have a Vampire as their guy here. All right, we got this Scrap Gorger. Hopefully they let the Scrap Gorger live so we can get a Fight Rigging down, but yeah, you know, they could get greedy. Tap land. An exuberant fuseling. Okay. That is definitely a way to kill us. What would we rather have? This heavy or the Spinoderm? I think we'll take the Spinoderm. Get the Scrap Gorger a little bigger. Get it out of range of a Braid, which is pretty nice. Opponent is on oil aggro though, and they could just absolutely pop off this turn. They have their own Spinoderm, and we don't. I mean, we have this go for the throat. Okay, yeah, I think we have to kill this Miglaz right now. Get a counter here. And pass the turn. Plan to block this Fuseling. And, or make mana to put an oil counter on it. Because now we can start doing that since they have cards in the graveyard. They'd have to have a 5 damage removal spell, which is definitely possible. Another Miglaz, okay. So they can remove 3 oil counters to kill an artifact or enchantment. Okay, we'll block. Does our opponent have something here? Okay, free from flesh. Yep, that's pretty good. If we had a cut down here, would be feeling pretty good, but we don't. Alright, don't have any lands either, which is tough. On Scrap Gorger again. +1/+1 counter on it so we can block the Fuseling again. I'm gonna take a big hit from this Mage Crusher, but eventually if we can get an Archfiend down, it gets us a Spinoderm that same turn, which is two pretty big blockers. And then the turn after that, we can get another Fight Rigging down. +2/+2. Okay. We're gonna block the Fuseling pretty much no matter what. Gonna take some damage this turn though. Do they have another thing for the Scrap Gorger? Because, I mean, we'll block still. They do. Okay. Alright, we really need to be able to get this Archfiend going this turn. And we don't draw the untapped land. Man, this is just a case of bad luck. Not drawing lands. Still have a chance, but opponent needs to have literally nothing in their hands because this is going to get menaced this turn. Oh. Actually, they could have just killed us this turn with Menace and +2/+2. They decided to not do it. Okay, down to 2. I don't think there's anything we can draw at this point, even, but... Because they get this Menace again, and we're just dead. But... we'll pretend. Yeah, if we could have just gotten this going even just one turn earlier, we'd feel really good about where we're at, but yeah, just never do the land for it. We have 24 in the deck. Maybe we need to up the land count. 1 damage to each creature. They give that menace though, we're dead and they're going to do it. To attack with everybody though. Yep. It's adaptive, it's got just big enough since it entered the battlefield with that. Okay. These are our best blocks, and man, we'd be looking really good if we had either one more life or mana earlier, but dang, that's a tough one to lose. GG's though, we'll come back from it. All right, we're going first, and we have some beatdowns planned for our opponent. We need to draw one more land for this Archfiend in business. Reckon opponent's on mono black aggro, seemingly. The Scrap Gorger going. Next turn we can play an Archfiend. Unless they have a removal spell for our Scrap Gorger, then we're going Shakedown Heavy. Cut down, okay. So we have another thing to play here. They don't. Just Shakedown Heavy down. The Reckoner Raid transforms, but we have a Shakedown Heavy. Threatening a Fight Rigging, so our opponent might feel like they have to keep up removal. They decide they don't need to keep up removal. Okay, they want to untap it from combat and let's draw a card. They do. I think we just want a full board press. And we're going to play these Archfiends first because they're our best threats, and they also are the things we want our opponents to kill the most. Opponent's doing a lot of small ball saga stuff, but we just have huge creatures on the battlefield. Tainted Adversary does have Death Touch. Yeah, Fight Rigging time. Shakedown Heavy. Yeah. Play the Shakedown Heavy. Attack our opponent. We're gonna remove our Shakedown Heavy from combat. We are, I mean, this is what we signed up for with the deck. This is what we wanted to do. This Fight Rigging basically is just a +1/+1 counter machine, and it also... Sure, that's fine. And it also gave us a Shakedown Heavy, so that's pretty solid. Opponent loses some life. They are on the back foot. They're planning to be dead this next turn. They can imagine they'll gain the 2 life here. They're at 13. We have lethal staring at them. I think we'll... Yeah, we'll sack the Archfiend. Because it, you know, the oil and whatnot. I think we are going to Fight Rigging again, though. Get a free card here. No, we're getting nothing, though. Yeah, maybe I should have got a land there, but I kind of think our opponent's going to remove their Shakedown Heavy from combat, and we're going to draw a card. I don't think they're too interested in taking too much more damage, but they're just great at drawing cards, and we're not great at drawing lands. We have 24 in the deck. It really doesn't feel like it. Don't want to overreact and put more in the deck, but maybe this is a 26 land deck. I don't know. Not sure. Opponent's got to find a way not to just die to what we have going on, though. Their own Archfiend, okay. Well, we have a go for the throat for that. Opponent is just full in on the mono black aggro plan. And was solid. So we have a Vraska, actually, which I think is pretty good. I think we're going to play the Vraska. We're going to minus on this Archfiend. Put a +1/+1 counter on the Contaminator, so that when we proliferate, we get all the more. All the counters more. The block, but it's still getting trample damage in. We're gonna proliferate on everybody here. I'm drawing a card and losing some life. Shakedown Heavy has definitely been removed from combat a bunch, but we're still making them draw cards all the time. And man, these Phyrexia arenas are gonna kill our opponent eventually. Trespasser, yep. Problem for our opponent is we just have huge creatures. They have to just keep chump blocking. Yeah, they realized the problem too. GG's. All right, opponent's going first here. Not a bad hand. We draw one more land eventually. I think we're gonna lead on this Blade, and then next turn decide which of these we were gonna play based on what our opponent has. Okay, they're a Proliferate Toxic deck. I think we're just gonna go ahead and kill this now. We have this go for the throat for next turn again if we want, or we can get the Fight Rigging going. Definitely gonna get a Fight Rigging down now since our opponent did that. Could get a Shakedown Heavy down. I think that's what we'll do. Get down to Shakedown Heavy. Next turn we play the Fight Rigging. They tap out. I like this path because it, you know, if I were the opponent, I'd really feel like our opponent was going to Fight Rigging us. So now I'm gonna try to get a Spinoderm down. This has hexproof, which is nice. Really get the beatdowns going. Let's see what else our opponent's just toxicking up. If they have an Edict here, they'll be in business. If we draw a land, we can go for the throat and Fight Rigging, which is kind of where we're hoping to be. They could have their own Archfiend here, which would be a little unfortunate. We'd have to kill it with a go for the throat. Yeah, gonna go with the Fight Rigging here. Put the counter on the Spinoderm. Do we hide something away? Yeah, I think we're gonna get this Archfiend eventually, hopefully. Oh, they're gonna kill our Spinoderm? They can return to Fight Rigging. Sure. The Archfiend wasn't our best card to hit anyway. They are gonna return that from the graveyard to the hand. It's good to know. Should we kill it again? I don't know. Toxic one on it is interesting. Maybe we don't need to kill it. Gotta imagine our opponent has a way to kill our Spinoderm, though. Scrap Gorger. Okay. Try to get the Fight Rigging going again. Do they have a counter? We don't have any poison, so they'd have to have hard counter. Definitely getting a Nissa here. Go to combat. One has a stick here. Probably have a way to kill our Spinoderm. No way to kill a Spinoderm, that's big. I'm gonna get the Scrap Gorger down and hopefully cast this Huntmaster next turn. Our opponent knows this Scrap Gorger is gonna just fizzle out eventually, but I feel like they kind of have to do something here. They had a lot of mana they didn't use last turn. I mean, some of these things are like this Distorted Curiosity, Sorcery Speed, but I have to imagine they would have cast that. All right, Vraska, it's gonna minus on our Spinoderm. Makes sense. This turn, though, they could have a counter spell. It's definitely possible. I'm gonna see if they do. We exile Curiosity. Do they have a counter spell for us? If they don't, we're gonna Fight Rigging into this Nissa. Eventually. 2/2/2s in the meantime as well. They have a removal spell. Looks like they do. Looking at their hand. Removal spell for the Fight Rigging. Okay, so we got the 3 counter. They don't. It's not even a removal spell. Oh, yeah. Yeah, our opponent messed that up. Destroy target artifact or enchantment, or make an XX green. Yeah, our opponent was supposed to bounce the Huntmaster there, but their choices weren't really good. Don't think in the long run what they chose to do is going to matter, since we just have lots of powerful things to do. But GG's. Oh yes, opponent is going first, but this is a solid hand. Has some beat down creatures associated with it. Get this Scrap Gorger on turn 2, which is probably going to die, but at least that's a removal spell that's not being pointed towards our Contaminator, our Helmmaster, or our Fight Rigging. Staff of Completion. Yes. That is a card they have. Okay. We'll pass the turn. If they kill our Contaminator or something, or get some card in our graveyard somehow, we can oil counter with the Scrap Gorger. They might feel compelled to kill it now. They don't feel compelled to kill it now. Okay. Well, we're going to Vraska. That's Sheldred. We'll be happy to do that. Oh, they're just gonna pay the life. Wow. Okay, that makes sense. Only two life to draw a card. That's a pretty good deal, actually. Deathcap Glade, not bad. But it's Vraska time. -1 Shelly. And we get to proliferate with the Contaminator, which is nice. Opponent is thinking about whatever they can do with the treasure, I guess? I don't know. Can't do much a lot. Can't do too much with the treasure. Definitely gonna proliferate though. Yep. Next turn we can get a Huntmaster down. Opponent could have Wraths though. Having the Vraska is pretty good. No Vraska is no more. This turn we get a Fight Rigging down though. And we can keep up a Go for the Throat. I don't think we need to keep up the Go for the Throat though. Can make this Contaminator a 6/6 at least. Can get a Nissa maybe with this, something big. Yep, going Nissa for sure. Can I hit our opponent for 5 here and then proliferate into a big beefy Contaminator? Make it a 6/6. They have 4 poison, but it'd be hard to believe that poison's gonna matter eventually. Invoke Despair again. Okay. Well, we have a Tovolar's Huntmaster at least. Probably a little better against Invoke Despair. We have a Go for the Throat if they have a Sheldred or something. Has some 2/2s left behind by the Huntmaster, which is nice. Cast 2 Invoke Despairs back to back, which have been instrumental in getting our Vraska and our Fight Rigging. Both have been pretty good. They have a whole full grip of cards, but they're low on life. Partly because they paid 4 life to draw a card with a staff. And they're gonna gain some life. Okay, that's pretty good for them. Seiju's not bad. Kind of feel like, though, I just want to get some damage in. Keep this Beseiju in hands. But it still needs it to kill a lot of different creatures of ours. We have a Shelly here. Flesh Gorger, okay. Non-artifact creature, though. But we have the Beseiju for that. So, pretty nice that we held on to the Beseiju. Yep, we're fine with paying that. And so our opponent could have some men off of the Beseiju to save them. But if they have to use a men off the staff, that means they're still going to die. So they have to have, like, exactly cut down here. Do they have it? Anything else, they're paying a life and they're dying. It could be a march. It could be another march. If they have another march, they probably live this. That has to be what they have. Unless they don't have anything. Oh, GG's. We'll take that one. All right, we're going first, and it's not a bad hand. We'll keep. lead on this proving ground. Make our opponent think we're doing some John shenanigans. Is this their pet? Can you interact with their pet? What is it, a book? It's a spell book of some kind. I wish to leave the lore around these pets some more. No, like, I don't know what's going on here. I clicked it, it did open up once. Now it's deciding not to. They're on Grixis. Likely. Seems like it. Alright. Shakedown Heavy, if they tap out, we're gonna go ahead and fight rigging and get something. So, opponent's probably not gonna tap out. It's possible they do. I mean, to kill this, they obviously tap out. Oh, Maestro's Charm, okay. Don't even hit a land for the Spinoderm, which is kind of tough. Contaminator's a 3-mana 4/4 at least, so they have another way to kill our Contaminator. Let's draw lands. I have no lands. It means I think we're gonna get this fight rigging in pre-combat. I have to imagine they have a removal spell. Guess we're going Shakedown Heavy. What do they have here? Another Maestro's Charm. Ooh, okay. Didn't get the Proliferate. No, had nothing interesting. I mean, they have a Liliana? I feel like if they had a Liliana, they would have played it in plus at that turn. Interesting. Well, they need a removal spell this turn. They don't have it, folks. They don't have it. I'm not sure what our opponent could have had. They just did it in place. They played one Maestro's Charm, and that was all they had, so... GG's. And we're back with the wrap-up for Fight Rigging. And I really like the deck, and I'm really more going to focus on the comparison between this and the Oil Beatdown deck. Golgari Oil Beatdown deck I played a couple days ago. And I kind of want to say this deck is better. You still get the main... Think about that deck. You still get the beatdown plan. I'll admit this deck is a little bit worse at the straight beatdown plan. You don't have the evolving adaptive, and so just straight up killing your opponent as fast as possible with just the beatdown plan. A little harder in this deck. What this deck does have is fight rigging blowout potential. I mean, you just if you play heavy on turn 3, and you play a fight rigging on turn 4, and you kill your opponent. Or you play a fight rigging on turn 3, you play a heavy or an Archfiend on turn 4, and you get a trigger off, and you just maybe get a Nissa, and now you're in business. You're plussing, you know, even 8/8 in play. It's disgusting. So you have a lot more I wins. Sort of, you can hit the I win button for free a lot more with this deck, which I like it a lot, and I think it's definitely worth it. You could look into ways to proliferate a little more, try to get a little more synergy with the proliferate, because you are using the counters. Maybe you could still run the evolving adaptive and take out the Huntmaster. I don't know, Huntmaster's pretty good in spots though. So you probably have to find a good balance there. This deck has 24 lands in it, which maybe is a little low. Maybe you want to go 25 and shave a Spinoderm. This is probably your worst creature in this deck, which is actually I think you would shave a Contaminator. I'll take that back. I think the Spinoderm is still a little better than a Contaminator because it's such a hexproof and it's a little bit closer to a fight rigging naturally. So I think I would shave maybe a Contaminator, maybe for a land if you really feel like you're getting stuck on lands. It's happened to me a few times. I just got stuck on lands and killed. But those videos don't tend to make. Those matches don't tend to make the videos as much because they're really not entertaining to watch. So maybe you'll see one or two, but I'm not sure. But yeah, overall, the deck is strong. I think this is a deck you can definitely take to the ladder and get a bunch of free wins if your opponent isn't prepared for it. So I think that has a big aspect to it. And I really liked it. So thank you, Dr. Strange with Bad Magic, for submitting this deck. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry if I didn't shout you out earlier in the video, but hopefully you're still watching at this point, so you can give a shout out. Thank you, Dr. Strange with Bad Magic, for submitting the deck. Really cool idea. I think really you did have a pretty good build. You just, I just would prefer this package a little bit more all in on the fight rigging than the Gwenna Rootwire Amalgam type, which they're both definitely valid. I think that deck has obviously more lasting powers. that deck has more ways to get to, well, I don't know about that, but it has different ways to get to the fight rigging total. You're sacrificing the Rootwire Amalgam to make a 6/6 for 5 mana. I just personally prefer to get the Shakedown Heavy down and triggering the fight rigging that way. Your opponent can delay your Shakedown Heavy, which that's annoying. I mean, certainly that is annoying, but you're going to punish your opponent with all of the top end you have in this deck. 4 Nissa, 2 Tolar's Huntmaster, 2 Vraska. If any of those cards just stay on the battlefield for a long time, the game is just simply going to end. So your opponent has to be pretty wary about that. So I think them giving us cards, hitting us into lands, hitting us into a potential booms, really is a potential pitfall for our opponents. So I think the Shakedown Heavy is less of a liability in this deck than it has potentially been in Standards past. So throw that out there. But both are definitely valid takes. This is just how I would probably play it in ladder going forward. And yeah, shout out to Dr. Strange is bad at Magic for submitting this deck. Obviously not bad at Magic, he had a pretty good deck list there. It's a funny name, but definitely not bad at Magic. So don't want you to lean into that name too much. Yeah, thanks for watching. And if you liked this video, you'll probably like the last Standard video. It's on your screen now. And until next time, wherever you are, whenever you are, have a magical day.